Hello, welcome back onto the third episode. There's a bit of building work going on outside. I hope the noise isn't too loud, but yeah, last episode, shit, it's been a little bit of time since I last watched it. The king, Viserys, he's getting married to Alicent. She did well. She did the graft. And now, yeah, she's going to be queen. Good for her. She's probably going to be pregnant, probably going to have a son, let's be real. And maybe the son's going to be beefing with, what's her name, Rhaenyra. It's a baby, but unless they do, if they do a time jump, then yeah, that could be a thing. Daemon causing trouble. Didn't really work out for him, actually. It was a bit of a flop. But now he seems to be forming an alliance with the one with the dreadlocks. I know it begins with a C. And I know he's married to the queen that never was. Sorry, this is a very weak reminder of what happened. Let's just get into it. Is that a unicorn? What is that? That's some mythical being. Is this the Free Cities? Yep.
House Valerian is coming for you! No, please!
Not the crabs.
No!
What's with the mask? Why are we wearing masks? Maybe he doesn't want people to know what he looks like? Is he gonna save you? Or is he gonna set you on fire? Is that Daemon? They've decided to take a stand, despite the king saying, don't do this.
Save me!
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be saved, mate. Come out, wherever you are. Oh, he looks quite deformed. Maybe that's why you wear a mask. Why do the crabs listen to him? Is it the same way the dragons listen to the Targaryens? That's a skinny dragon. Are they all that skinny? Pig.
He does have it.
Wait. Oh shit, we've just jumped in time already.
He will grow.
How long has it been? A year? It must be more than a year. She's already pregnant with number 2.
It is Aegon's second name day. His infancy is behind him. It only remains for Viserys
4 years?
to name
3
the heir
years?
to the throne.
The baby's 2 already.
Sure.
He's the king's firstborn son.
I don't know that His Grace sees it so clearly.
I didn't expect them to do a time
Your
jump
Grace.
so soon.
The crab feeder has dug in for siege on Bloodstone while his men sabotage our fleet under the cover of dark.
Not today, Tyrant.
The matter of the stepstones is regrettably
Is this the
urgent.
It's been
Lannister?
3 years.
Yeah, it's the Lannister.
Come.
Wait.
Eat. Fortify yourselves for the journey.
Where's Rhaenyra?
Cannot be sure at present, Your Grace.
The Velaryon forces have suffered heavy attrition, Your Grace. Daemon has driven the men hard. They have begun to question his command.
Ooh.
If the crown were ever to intervene,
Tyrant.
now is the time.
Daemon and the Sea Snake started their war without His Grace's leave. Were
They
he to
did.
intervene now, after so long, it would make the crown appear weak.
Can someone tell me where in the 7 hells Rhaenyra might be?
I'm shocked they haven't intervened at all this whole time. They've just let Daemon go ahead and do all that.
Perhaps the princess might like to hear something else.
This is nice. I like the outfit. I imagine she's probably not friends with Alicent anymore.
From the beginning.
Oh, this man with the musician man. He's in that Netflix series, One Day. He plays Ian.
Rhaenyra? Yes, my queen. Your presence is wanted in the outer courtyard. And perhaps the hunt could be fun.
Is it the king's command?
Or yours.
Yes, but
Then at once, your grace.
but it needn't be. None of it needs be this way in truth, Rhaenyra.
She looks very nice. Very pretty. I like the way they did the hair. Hunts usually don't go well, do they? Didn't,
Be with your own child.
Robert Baratheon, didn't he get, like... Isn't that how he ended up dying? Is because he went hunting and then
so
got an
bad.
infection and yada yada?
I'm not sure why I must.
Because you are my daughter, the princess. And you have duties.
As I am ceaselessly reminded.
I'm sorry?
As I am ceaselessly reminded.
You would need
Beef.
to be reminded if you ever attended to them.
No one's here for me.
Are they all Lannisters? I see the lion sigil.
Hail, hail, Egon the Conqueror, babe, second of his name.
Why do they call him the Conqueror? What's he conquered? He doesn't seem to be very interested in conquering. Oh, I like her. These are likeable characters. Isn't that fun?
My lord husband says that no king has ever been able to tame the stepstones for long. It's an inhospitable place suited only for savages.
That's
Perhaps
not
the
nice.
princess can give us some insight.
Have you been there? Go on.
Oh, I'm not sure how I could. I've never been to the stepstones.
Never
Your
mind.
dear uncle is the great mind behind this war, is he not?
I
Well,
wouldn't know. I've not
yes.
spoken to Damon in years.
But the
Look at
Kronos
the
of
dog.
the war. Though your father refuses to admit it, we've been dragged into it by your uncle and the sea snake.
It's
Now
true.
we serve the one with late lady red wine by eating cake.
Look at the dog. This is the first time we've had a dog in the Game of Thrones world. We've had wolves, but I've never seen a dog.
Was your own second name day as grand as this?
I honestly don't recall, and neither will Egan.
Lord Jason Lannister.
Gathered that from all the lions.
Yeah.
I don't think
Same.
you've been properly introduced.
A twin serves on my father's council.
His
Thailand
twin.
is
That's why they all look the same to me, huh?
the finest honeyed wine you'll ever taste. Made in Lannisport, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
But the best sport is to be found at Castle Rock, near my home.
Yeah, that's their home, innit?
Have you been?
Once, on tour with my mother when I was young. And honestly, can't recall much of that either.
Rest in peace,
The
mother.
Rock is thrice the
Emma.
height of the High Tower in Old Town. One could see
Can he stop
clear
flirting?
across the Sunset Sea.
It must be quite something.
Look at the height
I don't
difference.
have a dragon pit, of course, but
No one cares.
Why would you need a dragon pit?
to house dragons, of course. I'd do anything for my queen.
Oh, stop.
Or
My
lady
wife. Disgusting.
Thank you for the wine.
You've just met. At least brush your hair. Come on now. The audacity.
Is that what I am to you? A prize to proffer about to the great houses?
Has he set this up? I saw the looks, but...
You're of age.
Oh, he did.
Jason Lannister is an excellent match.
He's arrogant and self-serious.
Well, I
He's
thought you
gross.
might have that in common. Marriage proposals all. And I have tried often to discuss it with you. But you've refused me at every turn.
That is because I do not wish to get married.
Even I do not exist above tradition and duty, Rhaenyra.
Excuse me, Your Grace.
In public. Calm down. Also, he's balding. I don't know if they did that on purpose. Probably.
You must marry.
Look at that.
The Royal Huntsman has sent a report, Your Grace. There's been a sighting of a white hart.
A white hart.
The stag is the king of the King's Wood, Your Grace, a regal portent for Prince Aegon's name day.
Go on then. Go hunt it. Oh, where did she go? She disappeared. Get married to him. He's fit. Mr. Dawn Man. Chase after her.
Princess, wait!
Nay. White horse, black horse. Aww. White hair. Not black. Brunette hair. Black sigil, white cloak. They're perfect.
My father trying to sell me off to Jason Lannister.
Mingin.
Was I named heir to the Iron Throne so that I might only further raise the standing of a Lord of Castle Rock?
Yeah, she was teased with the throne and then had it taken away from her.
To kill him.
Were you ever betrothed to Criston?
I had an adventurous youth when my father served at Blackhaven, to be sure. But my station was never high enough for a formal betrothal. Before I spoke my vows as a knight of the King's Guard, I could have married a common-born girl had I wished.
Do you have to be
How
celibate?
lucky you are to have a say in your own life.
Many in the realm would gladly trade positions with you, Princess.
Only because none of them has ever held my position.
I guess. I'd rather be
One
you than a
day.
peasant. Oh my god, so many dogs. There must have been dogs in the original show, I just can't remember them.
The droppings were found half a league to the east.
Are we touching the droppings?
Still fresh.
Between 2 and 3 hours, Your Grace. My best
Ew.
scout spied him.
I never understood the appeal of hunting. Oh, they do look alike.
I had this forged in the Golden Gallery in honor of Prince Aegon.
Great.
Thank you
I don't
for
like
your
it.
generosity.
I would be honored to take the Princess Rhaenyra to wife, Your Grace.
Oh, shut up.
What I offer you is strength.
Do you think that House Targaryen
Doesn't have strength?
wants for strength?
Yeah, come on now.
If someone offered you more dragons, would you not take them?
Do you have dragons?
True
to
that.
offer?
Do you?
Castle Rock is a splendid seat. Rhaenyra may take her place there by my side without shame and feel herself well compensated for her loss in station. If you were to name young Aegon heir, Your Grace.
And when would I be doing that?
He hasn't done this already?
I had assumed...
I thought it
As
was a
is your
given
firstborn
once he
son.
was born.
Many of us had assumed.
Many of us, you say?
Rebellion.
Interesting.
There has been nothing.
She's still the heir then?
All the lords of the kingdom.
Oh, I was
do
under
well
the
to
impression
remember
that she immediately loses that position once the son was born. I guess he has to officially announce the kid as the heir, as a replacement. But if he does that, does it undermine his authority because he's changed his mind?
Wine.
He's getting drunk. Careful, sir.
You've cornered. Your prize is within reach.
So they do the actual hunting and he just has
What
to
do you
finish
make
off
of
the
Lord
job.
Jason's proposal?
That man's pride has pride.
You're not only Rhaenyra's father, you're the king.
Is it?
She'll do as you command.
It is not my wish to command her.
Yeah. He's a dad.
I want her to be happy.
Oh, he's a good guy.
There is another choice beyond Casterly Rock.
What now?
One perhaps you might be more comfortable with, one
Is he gonna...
closer to home.
Is he gonna say
What
himself?
do you have in mind?
Himself?
Prince Aegon.
Oh.
The boy just turned 2 on her.
Yes, but it would cease the endless proposals for Rhaenyra's hand.
Yeah, it is a bit
Betroth
goofy.
them.
I came here
But
to...
it is Targaryens. I genuinely thought he was going to offer himself up there. Both his daughter and himself. Intertwining with the family. How drunk is this man going to get? He's not going to manage to kill the heart, and it's going to be an embarrassment. There should be someone there to stop him. Where's his PR management trading? He needs what do they call it? A publicist to help him out with this kind of thing. He can't be getting drunk in a public situation like this.
Sir Criston went after her, so the hope is that they are together.
They are together.
Heedless contrarian. Powerless over mine own daughter of 7 and 10.
She's
King
17.
Jaehaerys ruled over half a century of peace while his children drove him to the edge of madness. His daughters in particular.
This show really understands the difficulty of being a
Do you
teenage
wish
girl.
to hear my opinion on the matter? It would seem to me the best match for Rhaenyra is the son of the sea snake, Sir Laenor. Some years ago, I counseled you to take his sister to wife. My reasoning remains the same. Or imagined.
Maybe. He is still quite young, but it's not as bad as an age
You
gap.
must pray, of course, that Laenor survives the fighting in the stepstones.
He's fighting right now. I swear that's a little baby fighting. What if they hunt
Princess,
the
I must make
heart?
a final plea that we return to the camp.
Do you think the Ram will ever accept me as their queen?
Probably not. Maybe. Depends on circumstances. Never say never.
I'll have no choice but to, Princess.
It could be the White Heart, you know? Oh. Why is it attacking? Jesus, it's big, isn't it? Ooh. Lovely. Dinner. That's a lot of stabbing. Do vegans struggle to watch shows like this? That belly looks ridiculous.
Is everything all right, Your Grace?
I named her to protect the realm from Daemon. Many in my line have been dragon riders. Very few among us have been dreamers.
You may say I'm a dreamer.
What is the power of a dragon? It's the power of prophecy.
The hour is too late, husband.
When Rhaenyra was a child,
Is this the same dream he told
vivid
Emma
as
about?
these flames I saw it. I poured all my thought and will into it. My obsession killed Rhaenyra's mother.
Viserys.
I thought Rhaenyra was the way out of my abyss of grief and regret. And naming her heir would begin to set things right.
Oh, it did.
I never imagined I would remarry. That I would have a son.
Is he upset about having a son?
What if I was wrong?
Wrong about proclaiming Rhaenyra as the heir? He's a good actor, I'll tell you that. I like him. Well, it's pretty easy to kill when it's like this, isn't it? It doesn't look super sharp, not gonna lie. How can the other animals watching this be okay with it? Do they not think, oh, this could be me? Do they have thoughts like that, animals? Like father, like daughter. Ooh, she's got pink highlights. Maybe that's how they did highlights back then. Blood. Hello. Oh, that's the one, isn't it? That's the white one. Leave it, don't kill it. Aw, look how pretty. Aw. Nice.
Come, sweet prince.
What is that image on the wall? What are the naked people doing? What are these drawings on the wall? Or paintings?
When you bore the king a son, you ended 15 years of uncertainty and doubt. If Viserys were to name him heir, the realm would fate him for it. Do you not want your son to be king?
I'm still amazed that he has to declare that Aegon is going to be
You mustn't ignore the
heir.
certain truth that if Rhaenyra were to step over Aegon to ascend the throne, the realm would tear itself apart.
What of my son?
Why did he
Would
bother
you have me raise a
remarrying
man
and
to
trying
steal
to
his
have another
sister's
kid then?
birthright?
It is Aegon.
If the
He's
Rhaenyra thing
firstborn
was
son
set in
of the king.
stone.
To deny that he is heir to the throne is to assail the laws of gods and men. You must guide Viserys towards reason. He'll never find it on his own.
I do not think she enjoyed Jason Lannister's company.
You think?
She is cross.
But she must believe it is her choice to do so.
Who's that from?
What's this?
A letter from Vaemon Velaryon.
Velaryon.
Sea Snake's brother. Lord Corlys and Prince Daemon are losing their war.
They're
Badly,
losing.
by all accounts.
This is a plea for aid.
Help them out. Let them finish the job.
Then why not send it?
Because it is a war started by two malcontents, unhappy with decisions I made. If
He's
I now
lost
provide
2
Daemon and
fingers.
Corlys succor, what will that say of their king?
Oh my
Perhaps
god.
that he is a good man who loves his brother.
How did I not notice? He
What do
lost
you
2
believe,
fingers.
Viserys? Is it better for the realm if the crab feeder thrives or is vanquished?
True that. Just get rid of him. Finish off the job, man. You can. Don't you have the army to
Make
do
haste
it? And then maybe in the process he can reunite with Daemon.
Thorsten.
I'm sending word to Daemon. Aid is sailing to the stepstones.
Hooray.
Did he make call for
Oh,
help?
she's in a nice
You would
dress.
sooner die.
Pretty.
Do you not think my decision correct?
It is no consequence to what I think, as I'm often reminded.
Aw. But you're the heir. Like, you can't be that
Daemon is
obsessed.
thorn enough in my flesh. Will you insist on taking after him? Must everything be a battle?
If you refer to your attempt to marry me off to Casterly Rock,
I guess.
I am sorry, Rhaenyra.
That was a bad match.
I was trying to help you. Why must every effort on your behalf be resisted, as if to the death?
because you mean to replace me with Alicent Hightower's son, the boy you always wanted.
She doesn't say your son,
have
she
him in
says
hand
Alicent's
now.
son.
You have no further use for me. You might
Oh.
as well peddle me for what you can. A mountain stronghold or a fleet of ships.
Aww.
You have misjudged me, Rhaenyra.
You have. He does care.
Jason Lannister knows it. You said it yourself. The lords of the realm gather like vultures to a carcass, hoping to feast on my bones.
I empathise with both of them. This is tricky.
It is true that as rulers we must marry for advantage. I myself was promised to your mother when I was
10 and 7 years of age. The
17,
Vale has
same
an
age
army
as
to
you.
rival the North. I've heard that story since I've had ears to.
I loved her. I do not seek to replace you, child. You've been much alone these last few years. Alone and angry.
Aww.
I will not live forever. I wish to see you contented. Happy even.
You think a man will do it?
A family.
A woman?
Family.
What would you have me do?
If it was for advantage, you would have wed Lena Velaryon.
Interesting.
That is true enough.
That is true. I hadn't thought of that.
Strengthen your own claim. Shore up your succession.
He sort of
Multiply.
compromised there with Alicent.
As to your match, make it yourself. Search him out. Find one that pleases you.
I love you.
I did waver. At one time. But I swear to you now, you will not be supplanted.
Really? That's... Then what was the point of remarrying and having more children? I don't quite understand that. I just thought it was inevitable that once he'd have a son, that would be the replacement. She was just sort of like a placeholder. Or if there was never a son, then she would be the one. She was always second choice, I thought.
Our food quickly dwindles, save for what we can fish from the sea. We are faltering, and the Triarchy knows it. We must press the attack. Continue sending the dragons.
Pointless, Father.
How old is this boy now?
A choke point here, beyond these dunes. Archers hold their high positions, foot soldiers hold...
He's not too young anymore. Dragon returning. Yeah, I swear that is a skinny dragon. They're usually bigger than that, aren't they?
Daemon.
Daemon is why we are losing.
He, at least, is fighting this war. What role have you played in this council, uncle? Other than master of complaints?
Enough!
Oh.
They know King's Landing will not support Daemon. Why should any of us?
Yeah, but King's Landing hasn't been supporting you either, so I don't think that's really a good argument.
Have you stoke mutiny?
Daemon seems to be a tricky person for people to like. My brother is here to help. Does he know this? Is that man Asian? We have Asians in this show? What if they reject the help? That'd be interesting. How's he gonna respond to this? Thank you, brother? Or fuck you, brother? Okay, I guess that's our answer. Well, don't shoot the messenger.
Brother, I have ordered 10 ships and 2,000 men to set sail from King's Landing to join the effort in the stepstones. I shall pray nightly to the gods for your safe return.
Do you remember the meme about that guy? He was the bastard son and how he just went rowing and then was never seen again for like 4 seasons. This reminds me of that. What was his name? You know which one I'm talking about. He did end up showing up again in like the final seasons, but for a good period of time I thought we were just never going to see him. White flag? He's quitting? This man would rather quit than accept help from his brother. Oh, he's minging. One-on-one in combat.
No.
So far, Daemon seems to have only been taking L's, not gonna lie. I thought he was gonna be really cool, but... Does he speak, Crabman? Oh, shit! Fucking hell. Is this illegal in the rules of war to show a white flag and then to lie about it? I don't think Daemon's the most honourable man, is he? Seriously, not a single one can get him? Fuck off, is he gonna win against everybody? No way. If he does win, it's plot armor. How lucky, only one person comes at a time. And when he's having to deal with this, all of a sudden no one else is shooting arrows at him anymore. Come on, this is stupid. Okay, a couple of arrows. Okay, 3. Oh, they've all come to join him now. Dragon time. Okay, so he lured everybody out of the caves, then he could burn them all. Okay. Alright. But did nobody see these guys all arrive, this entire army? They were so distracted by this one man that they forgot to see an entire army showing up? Really? Just go in the fucking cave and off him already. That's such a fun way to do it, just grab him and drop him. Is that an arm? Was that a really easy defeat that we don't even get to see him kill the guy? I mean, he didn't look particularly strong. Ew. Slay, is that the end of the episode? Whoa. That was really good, that sequence at the end, actually. I was a bit annoyed at first with all the plot armor, but I guess they kind of figured it out. That is the one thing that really bothered me towards the end of Game of Thrones. As much as people like to talk about how amazing the Battle of the Bastards was, and sure, visually it was really cool. It looked great. You know that they put a lot of effort into it. There was not a single point in that episode where I didn't think that Jon Snow was going to survive. It was just inevitable, really, what was going to happen. It was a really standard Lord of the Rings style good versus evil fight. And that's not really what I want from Game of Thrones. I want there to be a bit more uneasiness. I mean, that's how it became famous in the first place. Killing off the main character in season 1. You know what I mean? And then I think it sort of just went downhill from there, really. Battle of the Bastards was cool, but I think it was also a distraction from the other somewhat shit parts in season 6, and also in and of itself, yeah, like I said. It was obvious who was going to win at the end of the day. It was obvious what was going to happen. Everybody knew this is the end of that bad guy. What was his name? Ray. That guy. You know who I'm talking about. That horrible, nasty one. Everybody knew that that was going to be like the end of his arc. That he's done the villain arc and this is it for him. It's going to end with Battle of the Bastards, Jon Snow winning, saving the day, hooray, and claiming Winterfell. So yeah. That's one thing that I really don't want from this show. It did give me a bit of that energy, not going to lie, with the way that sort of was carried out, but I can understand how it was a strategy in the end to try and lure everyone out so that they can charge in. I'm not sure if it's 100% believable, but I'll take it. It wasn't the worst. I'll take it. And it looked cool, what can you say? They used this muting technique a couple times this episode, with the sound, where it just... yeah, the sound dimmed a bit. It was very cinematic. That's something they do in movies a lot. Someone gets punched and then they have like a ringing noise, and then you can't really hear people around you, to give you the, you know how they use that technique. And I don't think they've done it in Game of Thrones before or in this world before, so it was a bit strange to see it used. It's not something that stylistically has been done before, I don't think. They did it during the battle scene. And they did it when Daemon reads the letter from his brother and then beats that guy up. I don't know if I like it though. I like the normal sound. It took me out of it a little bit because I was just so aware of it. But besides that, again, I think the strongest thing in the show so far, based on the first 3 episodes, is the relationship between Rhaenyra and Viserys. I'm really, really liking it. It's just because they're actually so nice to each other and they do care about it. Well, not nice, but but they care about each other. They really do, and they love each other, and it's not dysfunctional, even though it kind of is. But at the same time, there's just so much misunderstanding, or they just have different responsibilities, different interests, and it's really hard for them to see eye to eye. But at the end of the day, they do love each other, and I like it. It's really good. It's complicated, but I like it. Yeah, the one thing I don't really understand is why this is such a big thing. The whole, he announced Rhaenyra as his heir. I understand that they made it into a whole ceremony. My back hurts, sorry. They made it into a whole ceremony. They invited all the lords. Everybody bowed down to her. Everybody was like accepting her as the heir. But are you telling me that nobody thought that he was going to have another child? He was going to remarry, have another child, and then that child, if it was a son, would then take her place? Wasn't that a given? Otherwise, why the fuck did he remarry? I swear they said to him, you need to remarry because you can still have a son. And if that's the case, and he has to formally announce that this will be my new heir, if that's the case, isn't it a given that he would have done that? That he's going to do that? Why is it such a... I guess the only thing I can think of is that he has so much love and care for Rhaenyra that he doesn't want to take it away from her since he's already given it to her. He doesn't want to snatch it away and give it to this new kid. If that's the case, then why did he marry? Why did he have another child? Maybe someone can clear that up for me. It feels odd that this is an issue. And also, if she is to be... No, I was gonna have a question about the Lannister thing, but actually I think I fully understand. It's alright. It's alright, don't worry about it. So I guess now Daemon has won. Daemon and the Valyrian guys have won. And they've claimed the stepstones. They did it without the help of Viserys and his army, I think. Because I don't think they'd arrived yet. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe because he knew that he was going to be receiving this help. He didn't want the help. He wanted to do it on his own. So this was like the thing that spurred him to be like, this is our one last go. Let's come up with something really big, a big bam, and succeed before these other guys show up and try and claim the victory for us. Maybe that's how he saw it. I didn't expect them to do a time jump like that so soon, so early on. without any explanation as well. Like, at first, you wouldn't assume that anything's different, and then all of a sudden, oh my god, there's a baby. Oh my god, she's pregnant. What the fuck? It's kind of fun. I liked that, actually. Keeps you on your toes. Alicent's interesting. The thing that Rhaenyra said about how if you were really doing this because of duty, you would have married the Valyrian kid instead. That's true, because it probably would have been the most advantageous marriage. But yeah, I think he did kind of compromise in the end because Alicent and him had gotten closer, but I'm still not fully under the impression that he loves her. Otherwise, I feel like he'd be much more inclined to give his son, Aegon, to claim him as his heir. And the fact that he seems so hesitant about it has me thinking that he still feels this strong allegiance towards Emma, and he feels like this is a betrayal, almost, to be removing the title that he gave Emma's child and giving it to Alicent's child. Maybe this is going to be like a big rivalry between Rhaenyra and Alicent. It seems like the two of them, they're not getting on, which was kind of to be expected. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting episode. I enjoyed it. Oh yeah, Rhaenyra and Sir Criston. I ship major. So that's going to be fun. And yeah, I think that might be all I have to say about this. It was good fun. Nice. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.